you can turn those floor mics off. Thank you. So I've been here for about 15 years. I joined Chinmaya Mission in the ashram in the year 93. And then I was in Vijayawada taking care of that center for about 7 to 8 years. Then I moved in here in 2002. And last year I just finished my Vanvas, 14 years. Now it is my 2 Vas, the second stretch. And when I came in here, we had first session, and the second session had just started. And between the first and second session on Sunday, we had about 80, 90 families. And today we are 10 times more. We are about 900 families, 1400 kids. And we have a very solid, structured program catering from kindergarten through 12th grade. So the way the syllabus is organized is that when the kids come in, they love stories. In fact, if the storyteller is good, anybody loves good story, don't we? Sometimes we even pay with a Kleenex box and go and watch the story and cry our hearts out and then come back. The story should be good. The children love stories. So in the kindergarten through 5th grade, the way syllabus has been organized is most of them who are in kindergarten may or may not know how to read and write yet. So we introduce them the alphabets, but the alphabets are introduced in a Vedantic perspective. So they are called the Vedantic alphabets. And the 1st grade, we introduce them to the Bala Ramayana. 2nd grade, we introduce them to the stories of Krishna, Bala Bhagavatam. 3rd grade, we introduce them to Hanumanji, because by then they are into Batman, Superman, Iron Man. So the Hindu introduction of a superhero is Hanuman. So, and then we have beautiful interactions of Lord Dattatreya and his gurus as to how he has learned, just to teach them that everything that you interact is sacred and there is something to learn from it. In the by the 4th grade, they start having all these questions. 4th grade is roughly about 9-10 years old. And they start questioning everything that we ask them to do because they think they have become very intelligent. You ask them to do something, they ask why. You ask them to stop doing something, they say why not. And armed with these 2 questions, they think they are intelligence par excellence. So they start asking, why do we do what we do in Hinduism? Why do we do an arati? Why should there be a lamp lit for arati? If it is just showing the light, why not have a flashlight and do this way? I've been asked these questions. I'm not making them up. Why should we do pradakshina? Why should we break a coconut? There are so many things. And many times when we as parents are asked these questions, really speaking, we are clueless. Because how many of you have gone through any structured learning about Hinduism? Are we about 150, 200 people here? So 200% zilch. We did not grow up with a structured learning process of Hinduism. So when some question is asked, we have some favorite ways of answering it. The first way to answer it is, don't ask. Paap lagega. It's a sin to ask and question such things. Just do it. They will mumble, fumble, but you can only use that kind of force for a while. And when they ask, then again, we have second set of answer. The second set of answer is, you will know it when you grow up. And I remember very clearly, long time ago, when I asked, my father responded this. And being a smart aleck, I said something for which I was given a tight top spin. I said, Dad, I feel that you are grown up. Do you know? It was not appreciated. The third answer is, even if I tell you, you cannot understand. And the fourth is the most classical answer that we give to our children. Why are you wasting your time? Go study. Sesham kopena purayet. If no logic works, increase your decibel level. But that's not how we have to educate our next generation. So in the fourth grade, we have symbolism in Hinduism. Why Ganesha has an elephant face, why different things, why Nataraja, why Devi, why Krishna is blue color. So all these why are answered in symbolism in Hinduism. In the fifth grade, we start teaching them about values. So their favorite is the Dharma chariot. Almost the Ra is rolling, the Dharma chariot. And in the sixth grade, there are the keys to success. And the half part of it, they are also taught the ladder of fall. So any sixth grade parent here, don't complain when they retort back to you saying, when you're angry at them, they'll start reciting 2 shlokas to you. Don't come back complaining. And what do they say? Dad, Mom, your anger is not justified. You are angry not because of what I do or don't. It is because of your expectations. When your expectations are not met with, you get angry. So the ladder of fall, that there is desires, there is attachment to desires. When the desires are not fulfilled, you get angry, you get frustrated. Then there is fall. So the ladder of fall is explained. In the sequence of storytelling, we have avoided telling them the complicated story of Mahabharata during their elementary school. So we introduced that Mahabharata in their 7th grade because it is a very complex story. So from kindergarten to 7th grade, we have equipped them with all the stories, the basics of all the Hindu scriptures. And by 8th grade is when various aspects of our spiritual unfoldment are introduced in a step-by-step process. So in 8th grade is when what we introduce is called know what you have. Before you jump into action, you should know your toolbox as to what are the tools that you have in your toolbox. How do you use them? So we introduce them to the concepts of mind, intellect, and following righteousness, following discipline. How does it help? So that is introduced in the 8th grade. From the 9th grade to the 12th grade, the way syllabus is set in is we explain the entire length and breadth of Hinduism. So Hinduism, an introduction, which is a beautiful book written by our present head of Chinmaya Mission Worldwide, Puja Swami Tejomayananji. So that is introduced. And in the 10th, 11th, 12th, they are introduced with various concepts from Bhagavad Gita in the form of books like Self-Unfoldment and Art of Man-Making. So these are the concepts that are explained to them from kindergarten through 12th grade, which is a gradual evolution of thought, concept, and understanding. So it is not just a one-year deal that, let me check for this year, what do they get? It is the entire spectrum given, because the entire spectrum cannot be stuffed in 1 year. It has to be a gradual process of evolution and understanding. And as you have already said, that none of us while growing up got a structured education into religion. We often use cliches like we practice Hinduism through the process of osmosis, meaning whatever parents did or didn't, that is what we have absorbed, and now we do it based on our conveniences. Supposing there is Janmashtami or Ganesh Chaturthi, when do we celebrate it? No, that's a wrong answer. The nearest possible weekend, not the immediate weekend. So what are we trying to convey to our next generation? See, at least for all the answers that were not given by our earlier generation when we asked, one thing that they have definitely given us is all that which we can claim as Sanatana Dharma or Hinduism. They did not corrupt the processes. They were not able to explain the purpose behind the process, but the process was not corrupted. But whereas this generation, in our own liberal way of thinking, what did we do? We celebrate Navaratri, we stretch it anywhere from 1 month to 1.5 months. Navaratri is in the month end, we'll start our dance sessions now. It is like we even define, oh, Hinduism, nothing is defined. It is based on what you feel like doing when you feel like doing. When I hear such answers, I feel like jumping across and then smacking them right there. It's just a feeling inside. I don't do it. No, I don't expect anything. That is why I'm a happy person. I don't expect anything. That's why I don't even ask questions in the class. Because I don't feel like getting disappointed again and again and again. So it is not just for the children and their education, but it is, I would call it a family package, that the children are getting a structured environment. And if we are not on the same page, if we are not reciprocating at the same level, because of we have not grown up in a structured pattern, and they say this is what we are taught, and we say something else, there's a lot of commotion. So you also participating together will only benefit for the entire family to grow in a structured manner. And for the adults in the satsang, we have Bhagavad Gita. And have we finished the 4th chapter? Those of you who have been coming regularly? We started 5th, right? Good. I remember somewhere around there, the 4th chapter concluded and 5th we have started. But I'll give you a brief introduction into Vedanta so that when we start 5th chapter, you don't feel left alone. You'll be patched up. So when you come to the classroom, like when you send your children to their schools, do you make sure that their backpack is packed with the right subjects and books and things? When you come into my classroom, I have a similar expectation that you come with the prescribed syllabus and a book, which would be Bhagavad Gita. I guess there is not a single family which does not have a Bhagavad Gita. That will be that old dusty copy which has never been touched, but always kept in the library. So dust it and make sure while bringing it that it has the 5th chapter papers. Sometimes it is so old that you don't know if the papers are there or not there, the pages. They may have long lost. And if you do not have a copy, please do buy a Bhagavad Gita book from our bookstall, which is right in the property behind. We call that property as Tulsi Nivas, and we have a bookstall there. Please buy it from there. And once we start Bhagavad Gita classes, please do not come empty-handed every week without a book. If I do not find a Bhagavad Gita with you, I'll send you to the bookstall, make you buy it. As many times you forget, that many Bhagavad Gitas. There is no exception to it. Are my expectations clear? If you are sitting as a family, sit together. Don't tell me that the wife is sitting there and the husband is sitting. We are not in talking terms. उसके पास किताब है, नहीं चलेगा. If you want to maintain one book, sit together. If you want that space, get two books. I didn't want to get into that topic right now. You asked it, and I clarified. मैं खुद वही फॉलो करता हूँ. Go green. Soft copy is also fine. Venuji, for the orientation, if you want to, the open house orientation, if you want to say something for the new parents.
Hari Om. So, as we mentioned in the announcements, for the new parents, this week and next week is open house.
Is there a presentation? There is a presentation, slides or anything?
No, we're not doing the presentation. No. So we have open house. So this is open house today, and we'll have another one next week, wherein you don't have to register. You can come. You can invite your friends to come to get a feel for what Chinmaya Mission is all about. After that, we require that you register, and you can register by going outside to the registration desk, or you can register online. Okay, and for those of you who have registered, we have a fee structure which all of you should be familiar with. You can pay all in one, or you can pay in 2 installments, or which is something we encourage, you can become a Chinmaya Parivar member. A Chinmaya Parivar member is basically $100 a month, so it's $1,200 a year. But that covers Balavihar, it covers a family membership, it also covers all the language classes, music classes, anything that is offered in Chinmaya Mission in terms of education is covered in that. So that's an option as well. And we encourage you to do that because that helps us get a sort of a consistent flow of cash flow that helps us manage the operational facilities here and at Chitrakoot. We have everything we do at Chinmaya Mission is done by volunteers. There are no paid employees at Chinmaya Mission. So we require a lot of volunteers. All the teachers that you saw today are volunteers. And we're always looking for teachers and substitute teachers. So if you're interested in becoming a substitute teacher, please contact Lalita Rajgopalanji, who's our coordinator. If you're interested in volunteering for other functions, we have a facilities team and maintenance team. We have a accounting team. We have a team for, somebody help me here. There's so many other teams.
So we have a team for festivals. We have a team for temple. We have a team for special talks, discourses, events. Then we have a team for picnic, Holi, walkathon. So we have various such teams, and we need a lot of volunteers, especially this year, because we will be having the grand finale of Puja Gurudev's 100th year celebration. You know, last 2 years ago, we celebrated Vivekananda's 150th, and it was a privilege to be in that time and era to celebrate. Now we have that, and Dallas has a special privilege that the entire year's worth celebration, final culminating grand finale worldwide is happening in Dallas. So mark your calendars, July 29th through August 3rd. Puja Guruji will be coming, and we are expecting anywhere a minimum of 1,500 people to be coming in worldwide. So 460 centers, 28 countries, they'll be all coming here to celebrate the finale. So there'll be a lot of volunteering opportunities. $50, Shetty ji. $100 now. So I'm glad we started. A Shri Ganesh ho gaya uska. So this year we will have a lot of such teams. 2 weeks ago we had the kickoff meeting, and we have a structure, a skeletal structure. Now we need a lot of help from membership to join in and support, because we will be not just the participant, we will be the host as well. So we have decided on the venue, the Grand Hyatt in Terminal C airport. So we have booked that, and the paperwork is getting finalized. So one thing is taken care of is the pickup, drop off, and that logistics is taken care, because you get into the skyline and drop off, and then get back into the skyline and go to your airport, and that's taken care. But there are other activities. So as we announce, please step forward and join to make this a really beautiful and an enjoyable environment. If you have any questions, please ask Venuji.
Yeah, as we go through the year, we'll make announcements about the Mahasamadhi camp, which is Gurudev's 100th year centenary. We also have a banquet that'll come up in December, and we'll communicate that to you. Later this year, between now and the end of the year, there is do we have a Garba program that'll come?
Yes.
That is sometime coming up. There will be something for Diwali. So we'll let you know through our announcement. So it's important to check the website, look up the announcement so you know what's happening. Lots of things happening each week, right? One other piece of information is that each year, especially this is for the new family members, each year there will be a session where you get to sit in with your children in the classroom and ask questions of the teachers. So it's sort of the equivalent of a parent-teacher session, but it's a group session. So we will announce that. Usually comes up in February, March, I think, of next year. So you'll get a chance to go sit with because usually what happens is when on your drive home, you ask your child, what did you learn in class? Nothing. So this is a chance for you to also find out by talking to the teachers what goes on in the class and so on. There will be bhajans here. Each week, one class will get a chance to perform on stage. So that's one. And I don't know, Swamiji, this year, are there any cultural programs?
We'll be celebrating Gurudev's birth centenary celebration. So all festivals will have plays and skits.
Okay. So
we have four such scheduled. In each schedule, there will be 3 grades that will be going on stage for performances.
Okay. So performances usually means a lot of help from parents, because the teachers will do their part, but there's, as you can imagine, they're putting up a play on stage. So there's rehearsals, there'll be props and all music and all of that. So we count on you to come and help us, and they're usually wonderful. Bring your cameras when we perform on stage. So, all right, that's all I have.
Any questions? Wow. A doubtless crowd is always confusing. सब समझ में आया, कुछ नहीं समझ में आया, वरना सो रहे थे. It can be anyone. This year when I was in Anand Bazar, there were at least 60-70 families that saw Chinmaya Mission's counter. And there were 60-70 families that were from Frisco, Allen, McKinney area. And after that, we did a research and we saw that there were about 3,000, 3,500 Hindu families living there. So we are thinking about starting it there. When, where, how, the logistics has been discussed. So once we decide and zero in on the place and venue, then we will announce. And we'll start probably a 3rd satellite center. Probably. We'll find some time convenient. Any other questions? So next week, what do you bring along with your children? Get your Bhagavad Gita books. Okay, we will conclude. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.